I'm on with Jason Bax, and we're talking about his upcoming election in South Surrey. And there isn't any dispensaries in Surrey. And I just want to kind of talk about why that might be and where you stand on the issue.
Thanks for the question, Ali. Yeah, and it's not an upcoming election. It's an election that's happening right now in South Surrey. They called a snap election and opened for voting right away. Why aren't there any dispensaries in Surrey? I mean, it's federally decriminalized, something that libertarians like myself, we're the original advocates for. You know, legalize, legalize, legalize. Legalize it and tax it, even though we're not big on taxes or against taxes, but we are trying to make it more appealing for government to decriminalize. You know, we have dispensaries in White Rock. There's dispensaries in Vancouver. I understand there's no dispensaries in Langley. Why not Surrey? I mean, it's the biggest and fastest growing city, I believe, in British Columbia. It doesn't make a lot of sense that it's not here. So I honestly can't answer that question for you. Should there be dispensaries? Sure. Should you grow your own marijuana? Absolutely. I'm sure if my grandfather was here today, he would be growing it all over the beautiful back 40 here. I highly encourage everyone to do that. And that's one of the reasons that we stood for decriminalizing cannabis. It's a wonderful, mysterious, healthful nutraceutical that comes from nature. So why not? I don't know. Do you have any insights?
I do see the hesitancy because a lot of people have this misconception on the black market and how it influences the legal market and all of those things. But I always like to use the argument of looking to Portugal, who decriminalized everything, or what's happening in Vancouver City, decriminalizing everything, implementing those stores. And then you do end up seeing a decline in black market purchasing. There was an article highlighting the illicit use in Quebec. And realistically, and that's around edibles, realistically, Quebec hasn't introduced edibles into this year. So why are the stats so high for things going wrong, like child hospitalizations, but it's not coming from legal products? So when you look at that huge conflict, they're not regulated, they're not tested, they're not distributed properly. And even though there is this whole tax issue, the cities and the government should be wanting to use that to their advantage and help build the economy up, because it's kind of a mess right now.
Kind of a mess is an understatement. And I think you've got a great point when it comes to the standardization and maybe regulation. And I don't love to use that, but yeah, the regulation of the doses. Because if they're made, well, let's say, outside of acceptable standards or questionable standards, then you're going to end up with issues or challenges. Children ingesting these things, that is a big concern. And when you standardize these kind of things, that's less likely to happen. I would also advocate that maybe people put gummies in a place where kids can't reach them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody out there who is looking for extra child proofing for your products, please let me know. I have boxes that have locks on them, bags that have locks on them. So if people are looking for those, they are out there. And that's the biggest thing, is responsible consumption, responsible distribution, making sure that the 80% and higher who are shopping recreationally are actually using for medicinal. So just making sure that that stigma in itself is kind of highlighted. And I thank you so much for contributing to that part of the conversation, and wish you the best of luck in the election that's happening now. And hopefully we can get the word out for people to vote more, because if you can vote and you can put that power in your hands, that's the biggest thing that you can do.
Thank you, Ali. And yeah, there was that I saw it recently. There was a meme that says, "What can I do? I'm only one person of 7 billion." The point is that there's billions of us. This is our opportunity. As distasteful as politics is, and I'm in agreement if you don't like politics, as distasteful as it is, a chance comes around every once in a while where you can send a message to your government and vote for what you value. As you said, the election is now, and as distasteful as politics is, and as much as We all want to stay out of politics. Politicians and the policies they make are in our lives. Not having dispensaries in Surrey is a great example. They're not allowing free market enterprise entrepreneurs to partake in selling a product that has been legalized thanks to the push by that libertarian movement. Little plug. But this is your chance. A chance comes around every once in a while to cast a vote and communicate clearly to the government in a form that they'll listen to, a vote. So this is your opportunity, a once in a 4-year opportunity, to tell them what you value by voting and what you stand against by voting. This whole vote for the lesser of two evils, we're over that. And that's why voting is at an all-time record low, because people, quite honestly, have lost their interest, their faith. They've just lost interest in the government. But that allows them to encroach on our lives even more. So this is I know you maybe in your 20s or 30s, maybe even older, and then you're out. You just don't want anything to do with it. But they are in our lives. They are in our back pockets. They are infringing on our rights and freedoms that they're there. They're ours. They're there for a reason. So this is your chance to stick up your hand and say no to this and yes to this. And I stand for legalization. I stand for the Charter of Rights and Freedoms that protect you. And I stand for free market.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And like I said before, I wish you the best of luck, and we will hopefully continue to spread the word around all of the different issues that you're working towards. And like he said, vote. Go vote. Always go vote. It is the best thing that you can do. And so get out there.
Thanks for having me on, LA. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining the High Giant.